And there I go, off to my favorite local place, setting up for one of the craziest astro projects I've ever done. Sleeping in the car on cold and windy nights with nothing but an air mattress and a sleeping bag. Driving an hour and a half to work the next morning, blessed with burning skies as Mother Nature shows off her gorgeous sunrises. And luckily, I stopped for the best one. Returning again for a second night, and again for 2 incredible nights. This location is the darkest near my home, at about 60 miles away. It boasts dark Bortle 3 skies on the shores of Lake Michigan, overlooking Bortle 2. So, what am I doing here tonight? This is
I'm out here doing one of the craziest things I've ever done. I'm currently on a 3-night astrophotography binge where I am photographing and tracking just the constellation of Orion to get as much data on it this winter as I can. It's currently November, and these are some of the best conditions we've had possibly all year, which is super abnormal because apparently Michigan gets about 2 sunny days in November on average. And this week we have 5, which is awesome. So I've been out basically 3 out of the last 4 nights, and it looks like a couple nights upcoming are gonna be clear as well. So I am so excited to see what the limits I can push with my unmodified camera truly are. Just wanted to show you guys the setup here. We have the move, shoot, move rotator. We have my base right here. We have the ball head, as you can see up top. Obviously I'm recording with the camera. We have our move, shoot, move wedge right here with the laser. And how I'm going to be powering my camera all night is this absolutely gnarly battery pack where I have a USB-C dummy battery that will go into my camera, and I think 7 hours or 6 hours that I have been shooting, this only goes down around maybe 15%. It's pretty incredible how much power that thing can supply. I also have another battery pack that I just leave on the ground here, 2 actually. One that goes up here, powers the move, shoot, move so it doesn't die all night. And then I have another one that is going to supply my lens heater. When I was out shooting this video, there was quite a few meteor showers going on, and the northern Taurids, the southern Taurids, the Leonids, quite a few meteor showers, just to name a few. And during the 18 hours of total time that I spent photographing, I was able to capture quite a few meteors. And these ones that I'm showing you here, these little lines are meteors that were captured in frame. It's pretty incredible that I was able to catch any at all, even with 50mm, because it's a much tighter in focal length. And this one that you see right here, this little orangish, reddish kind of smoke, that's literal smoke from the meteor getting shaved off in the atmosphere. And this right here is a short little time lapse, so you can kind of see that explode and burn through the atmosphere. It's really cool.
As I mentioned, I got a total of about 18 hours on Orion over the course of all 4 nights. It was a really great imaging session. And because the Move Shoot Move is not meant for long duration tracking, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I had to cull through a lot of the images and get rid of the worst ones. And that brought me down to about 12 total hours of images. I took the best ones into Sequitur and I applied a couple basic settings and I just hoped for the best. It took me about 3 days bouncing between Deep Sky Stacker and Sequitur, and I ended up using the Sequitur stack. And this is your final shot. I have a couple different photos to show you guys. I have this one here first. This is a 45-minute stack of Orion when I first tried it on my 50 millimeter. I got an hour's or 2 worth of data, and I had only about a good hour worth of data, and this is that shot. I went out again another night and got another 2 hours and ended up with another good hour and combined the two, and then you get this shot here, which is the 2-hour stack. And quite frankly, I think this might be my favorite stack of Orion that I've done. And the funniest thing is I have no idea how I edited this image because I did it last year. And here is the final shot of the night again. This was that full 11 to 12 hours of shots all stacked together into one. I ended up using Sequitur as the stacking program, and I had a couple stacking parameters, which were light pollution, I think level 1. I had auto brightness. I honestly don't remember. It's been over a month since I actually did it. But those were just a couple of the settings that I used. It ended up working out pretty good. I also used Deep Sky Stacker, and I could never get the things to align correctly. I don't know what the issue was, but it just wouldn't work for me. And I remember the thing that really worked in Sequitur was I did the distortion correction, which worked beautifully. And I remember when I got that final stack and that popped up after, a couple hours of stacking, it finally worked, and I was so happy. So for fun, I actually made a couple composites. I was recently proofing some images for print of some shots that I took at the Great Chamber in Utah, and I just happened to have them in my Lightroom catalog, and I was like, how fun would it be to composite this stack of Orion in with the Great Chamber? And this image that you see here is that first image, and obviously this shot here is going to be the second image, and you see me here with my little trusty trigger flash that I love using for nighttime scenes. It's a fairly popular technique that some astrophotographers use, and I think it's a little more different than the typical head torch or flashlight. I think the flashlight is a little tacky, but I think the kind of flash is pretty cool because if you have the flash up in the sky, it almost looks like you're holding a bright star, which is kind of cool. So thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure you guys are following me on social media. To keep up with everything, I have some new workshops I'm launching, and one of them is going to be a Milky Way panorama workshop as well. So if you're local in Michigan and you want to come do that with me, I would love to help you learn how to do that. But thanks so much for watching, and have a great day, guys. Thanks.